Hey friends, welcome to this nap time core class. And what that means is it's going to be short enough to fit into a nap time of your little one. I know mine used to be power nappers and I would get 40 minutes max, and each of those minutes was so precious. So I know that feeling of needing to get in and get it done. It also means that it's got postpartum in mind. So we're going to be thinking about bringing these muscles back together. If you've only just had your baby like 6 weeks ago and you haven't checked out my other postpartum videos, I'll leave them linked below. So they're going to be a good place to start, really gentle, just getting that awareness back. Today's class is for those of you who have been back into exercise for a little while. You're feeling quite confident and strong in your body, but you know that this area is still your weak spot, then this class is going to be for you. If you're not already an online yoga circle member, I would love to invite you to join my community. So there are lots of postpartum practices over there, lots of challenges, lots of nap time sessions, addressing all of the challenges that we experience as mothers from a yoga perspective. So I'll leave the link below if you'd like to join us. Let's get on our mat and get started. So let's start quite simply on our hands and knees with a little bit of tuning in, connecting mind and body with this core. So all I want you to do from your hands and knees is just let your belly hang. So no engagement in this space. Let the belly be nice and soft, which sometimes is a bit of a mission. If we've been consciously holding our belly in all the time, it can be quite hard to actually let this area go. So I really want to encourage you. We're just going to take a few breaths. Just let the belly hang and move with the breath. So as you inhale, you'd expect the belly to gently expand with the breath. And as you exhale, there might be a subtle softening of the belly as well. So let's take 2 more full deep breaths here. Just letting that belly hang. 1 more, inhale. Good, and exhale. So now I want you to experience what that engagement feels like. So it's not a sucking in of the core, it's like the ribs are wrapping in. So these muscles are engaging this space here. So from that gentle, relaxed place, I want you to engage and feel those core muscles in. So all of these muscles around the core, around the low back, fire on here. And then I want you to breathe with that core engaged. Good. With that engagement, I want you to tuck the toes under and gently lift the knees off the mat. So press strongly into the hands. You should feel all of these muscles fire on as we lift the knees off. One more breath here. And exhale. Good. Bring the knees down. Step the arms forward. So you've got some options now. From your tabletop, you can just practice where we were before, or you can challenge yourself a little bit more. So you might want to try the next step, and then if it doesn't feel right for you, just come back to the hold of the knees off. So next step is a full plank. Breathing here. And then we're going to take one knee, kiss it down to the mat, and then the other. So again, if this is too much, you're just holding here. If this is okay, we're going to do 3 more breaths. Two. And last one, kiss the knees down. And bring both knees down, take a seat back towards the heels, stretch the arms forward, rest the forehead down to the mat. Let the belly be soft and gently hang here. On your next breath, take a big round through the spine as you come back up. You might like to move a little here, just releasing any tension. And then coming back to your hands and knees. So shoulders over top of the hands, knees underneath the hips. And we're going to press the top of the right foot into the floor. Press firmly through both hands. So feel really grounded through the fingertips. And then lift the left leg up behind you. So option to stay here if you'd like to add on a little. The left leg can come out to the side. So that's going to challenge the core because we've taken a limb away from the body, making it more intense. Remember, if that's too much, it can just come back in line with the body. If you'd like to challenge a little bit more, the toes can touch down to the ground. And then inhale, lift it up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift it up. Bring the leg back in line with the body. Inhale, nose to knee. And then exhale, send it long. Good. So option to stay here in line with the body or add the arm on as well. Breathing here. We've got more options. You can either stay here or you can tap hand and foot down to the mat and then breathe it back up. 2 more. Last one. Lift it up and then return hand and knee down. You definitely need to move it out now. Releasing any tension. So you can do cat-cow here. You can just move intuitively. Whatever feels right for you. Good. And then come back to your tabletop. Press the top of the left foot into the mat. Take the right leg out behind you. So again, we can either stay here or we can take that right leg out, challenging the core to work a little harder. Breathing here. Staying here or returning in line with the body, or the toes are tapping down. For 3, 2, 1. So you can even hear my breathing. This is quite challenging. So if you're struggling and you need to pick those slightly easier options, please do that. You can always come back to this video and build up to the more challenging options. So as you inhale, draw the nose in towards the knee. And then exhale, take it long. So you can either stay here or add on, arm reaches out. Breathe. And then either stay here or hand and toes tap down and then lift up. Last one. Good. Release the hand and the knee down. Take some circles, releasing it out. So as you're rocking and rolling here, just let that belly hang, be soft and relaxed once more. And then we're going to move into our side plank. So bring the right knee into the middle of the mat and swivel the feet around. We're coming into a gentle variation to start. The right hand comes underneath the right shoulder as we lift up here into a side plank. So staying here or lifting the top leg, breathing here as you press the floor away and feel the side core lifting away from the floor. If you feel like you've still got more and you want to challenge a little bit more, you could lift the bottom leg up and come into the full variation of plank here. Or next step is the top leg lifts. Remember, stay where your body feels like there's that little bit of challenge. We're not straining, but we're still challenging our body to do the work. Take a breath. Good. And then slowly release that top hand down. I want you to bring both knees down to the mat. Come forward into your chaturanga. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, press the pubic bone into the floor, lift through the chest. And then exhale all the way back down, child's pose, rest the forehead, take a breath, let the belly hang. Good. Next, inhale, round through the upper back as you come forward. Enjoy those moments of transition to get a little bit of extra stretch in here today. And then we're going to bring the left knee into the middle of the mat, rotate the feet to the side, and come into that side plank off the knees. Remember all of the stages that you can work up to, and maybe this side needs a more gentle option. That's okay. You can come up onto the feet if that feels right. Take a breath. One more breath here. And then exhale, lower the hand down. Bring the knees down if they're not already there. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift through the heart. And then exhale it back. Child's pose. Rest the forehead down. Let the belly hang. Good, next breath. I want you to tuck the toes under and peel back up to your downward facing dog. So keep a nice bend through the knees, lift the hips high, press the belly towards the thighs, but let the head gently hang so we're not straining through the neck. And then feel an energetic pull down through the heels as if someone was gently pulling those heels down towards the mat. Keep firmly pressing through the hands, through the fingertips and the knuckles. And then slowly take your time to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming to forward fold. So you might find the elbows here and just sway it out. Still pressing down through those heels, just like you were doing in your downward facing dog. And then we're going to release the hands and take our time to slowly roll up to stand. So take a little bend through the knees. Feel like you're gently stacking the body all the way up. Shoulders, head, and neck coming up last. And then tuck the chin and roll all the way back down. Bending through the knees as you need. Hands come to the mat and we slowly walk the hands back to our downward facing dog. There's no hurry here. As you inhale, we're going to roll the body forward to our plank. Bend the knees, move back to our downward facing dog. Inhale, roll the body forward to plank. Good. Exhale, bend the knees, send the bottom back. One more. Inhale, roll the body forward to plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Downward facing dog. Taking 3 full deep breaths here, maybe walking out your dog if that feels nice. Maybe finding stillness if that's what you need today. This time, as you inhale, look towards the hands and slowly walk the feet up to find forward fold, the top of your mat. Find the elbows with the hands, gently swaying it out here. So upper body is fully relaxed, lower body is engaged through pressing the heels into the mat. Keep breathing into that full belly breaths. On your inhale, I want you to bend the knees as much as you need to glue the chest to the tops of the thighs and slowly start to take a seat down. Your heels will probably lift and your arms remain wrapped around the knees. So you might feel a little bit of a wobble here. That's okay. Again, we're asking the core to engage to help us with balance. And then inhale, I want you to open up the arms into cactus arms here. Again, core is engaged for balance. If you're wobbling all over the place, that's okay. That just means your body is being challenged and your core is being asked to turn on. As you inhale, I want you to see if you can shift cactus arms to the left. Enjoy the wobbles, I'm doing it too. And then exhale, shift cactus arms to the right. See if you can not take yourself so seriously if you fall over, and just get back up and join us. Bring the hands to the mat as you come to take a seat down. Hug the knees in, make yourself as small as you can possibly be, nose towards knees. And then we're going to slowly roll ourselves all the way down to bring our backs onto the mat. So you might, if you're feeling like your core is pretty strong and we're feeling good in our body, roll down with control like this. If you're feeling like you're not quite up for that crunching action, hold your knees, roll down onto your back, and bring the feet flat on the mat. So adjust your body so you feel comfortable here. And then I want you to bring the calves so that they're parallel with the mat. I want you to engage through the core so you'll feel that lower back gently pulling in towards the mat. And then as you exhale, we're going to tap the toes of the right foot down and then the left. So this should be a controlled movement. So nothing else in my body is moving except for my legs. So my core is holding this position strong so that there's no big arch underneath my back. I'm not being pulled forward by my legs. My core is holding this stability while I gently move my legs. Keep breathing. So if you want to add on, you could take the legs a little longer. So again, this just adds extra weight to what the core has to do. Keep holding that low back in towards the mat. Remember, these are always just options. You can come back to the bent knees if it feels better. 3, 2, last one. Good. I want you to hug those knees in towards the chest. Take a gentle rock from side to side. And then bring the legs back up to tabletop. Elbows come into the mat. So cactus arms again, but this time our elbows are working as anchors. Draw the knees and ankles together and see if you can glue them there. So the inner thighs are going to have to fire on to keep them there. And then as you exhale, I want you to gently lower the knees to one side. They're not going to come all the way down. We're doing this with control. And then inhale, press into that elbow to push the legs and control them all the way over to the opposite side. Good. Keep breathing. Bring them back through center. So the obliques, the core on the side of the body, is working to control the legs as we move them over each side. You can probably feel those muscles talking to you a little bit. Keep going. This time, as we come back to the original side, we're going to take the legs all the way down and rest them on the mat. If that feels good for your spine, you can release the arms. You could take the top leg over the bottom leg and hook it on. You could even look away from the legs. Take a big breath into the spine. And then engage the hands again, press the elbows into the mat, untangle the legs if you brought them crossing over, knees and ankles together as you draw the legs all the way over to the opposite side and then down towards the mat. Again, finding that spinal twist, hooking the legs if that feels good, looking away from them. Breathing here. On your next breath, untangle the legs, draw them back into center and just hug the knees in towards the chest. Maybe take a little rock from side to side, massaging into the glutes. And then we're coming up into one final Bit of activity. So the calves are again parallel to the floor. I want you to bring the right hand across to the left knee and gently press the knee in towards the hand. This looks like you're doing nothing, but I'm sure you can already feel the core engages as you press hand into knee, knee into hand. If you want to add on, the opposite leg could extend. Again, just an option. This is quite challenging. Keep pressing the hand and the knee in towards each other. You've got 2 more. Last one. Good. Hug the knees in. Reset. Little rock from side to side. And then set up for the opposite side. Press the left hand into the right leg into the left hand. And this might be where you stay. If you get just a really good connection there, you'll be able to feel the heat in your core building. If you want that little bit more, left leg can extend. Keep pulling the low back into the floor. You've got 2 more. See if you can keep the breath moving through the body. I know it feels like an easy thing to do to hold the breath. Last one. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Bring the soles of the feet together and then place them down on the mat at a position that's comfortable to let the knees fall out to the side. So if you need to go long, go long. If you can bring them in close to the body because you've got some space here, then do that. Bring both hands onto the low belly. Close down the eyes, let the face soften, shoulders relaxed. I want you to fill the belly up like a balloon, expand into that space with the air, and then slowly exhale. So the belly and core sometimes can bring up some tricky feelings for us after having a baby. Maybe it doesn't feel the same. Maybe you don't feel the same strength in this area. Perhaps you've had a cesarean, so there's even a wound or a scar in this place. I want you to just bring the hands onto the belly as if we're bringing a loving, gentle touch here. And as we rest here in this position, I'd like you to show some gratitude for this space in your body, for all that it has done for you, growing your baby or perhaps your babies, for the way that it holds you strong throughout your days, as you care for your little ones, as you care for yourself, your family. Maybe even as you do your favorite activity, whether that's yoga or running or dancing, all of it originates from this core. And sometimes I think we can be fixated on all that is not right with this space, instead of giving gratitude for all that it has done and trusting that with love and with connection, we can bring strength back to this space, to our center. I want you to just rest now with awareness and gratitude for our center. We're going to slowly bring awareness back now. I want you to stretch the body long, so bring the knees back together. Take the feet away, stretch the arms away. Make yourself nice and long. And then when you're ready to, rolling over onto one side, taking as much time as you need here. And then slowly bringing yourself all the way back up. I'd like us to finish with one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. As always, it's an honor to share these precious few minutes that you get with yourself. I am so grateful that you choose to share them with me. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. The light in me honors the light in you.